Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode in my weekly gaming playlist series. We're here at Friday, so it's time for me to do a recap and go over the games I played this week with you guys. And I'm going to let you know if I think you guys should check them out or not. You guys know I would love to hear your thoughts though, so if you guys have played any of the games I share with you, let me know your guys' experience with them. I'd also be interested in hearing about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas of new games to play and experience. And I'm always looking for more recommendations of new games to play, especially Xbox 360 titles and ones that are backwards compatible on the Series X, so please keep the recommendations coming. I've got two brand new Xbox 360 games to share with you guys this week that I started playing, and both of them are backwards compatible on the Series X, which is great. This first one is a third-person action RPG that I have not played in many years, and I was really happy to find out that it is backwards compatible now, so I was able to transfer my save for my 360 console to the cloud and download it on my Series X. And that first game we're talking about is The First Templar, which is a really interesting third-person cooperative action RPG, which you can play co-op or you can play single-player if you want. Now, this is definitely not a AAA game. This is a AA game, so it does have some graphical bugs and glitches. It doesn't have the best graphics or voice acting in the world, but it's still a really fantastic game. And if you've played games made by Spiders, like Bound by Flame that I shared with you guys a few weeks ago, or you played Risen, or the Arcania series. If you guys have played any of those kind of janky action RPGs, you know what you're going to get into with this. You know, you're not going to get the polished worlds of Fallout or Mass Effect or the Witcher series or anything, but you still have a fun and enjoyable experience. And I'm about halfway through the story now, and it was really fun going back. I do need to replay some previous chapters in this game because it's broke up to 20 chapters, and you can reload them at any time to get the bonus objectives and collectibles, because I'm missing some of those, so I would like to go back through that. Unfortunately, there is not a strategy guide for this, which I really wish there is, but there's not, so I've been using an online guide for it. So I'll read you guys from the back. The First Templar is a cooperative action-adventure game portraying a dark and gritty view of the late 13th century, where old friends become enemies, corruption spreads throughout the church, and fallen knights oppress the weak and renounce their oaths. Follow the path of two unlikely heroes on their search for the Holy Grail. So you get to go looking for the Holy Grail is the main story, which is pretty cool. The young French Templar Cecilion teams up with a noble lady and proclaimed heretic Mireille to unveil a grand conspiracy within the Order of Knights Templar. The heroes face powerful opponents at every turn, including the Saracen King Philip of France, and the Holy Inquisition. So there's a variety of different enemies for you to fight as well. The First Templar offers a captivating campaign that you can be enjoyed alone or cooperative with a friend. When playing solo, the player can switch freely between the two characters, leaving the control of the second hero up to the game's AI, which is kind of janky, just so you guys know. At any time, the second player may join in and take control of the second hero. Are you strong enough to fight your enemies with different weapons, unique combos, or team attacks, and unravel the biggest mystery of mankind? You have the main features are explore a dark, story-driven campaign that can be played solo or cooperative with two players on the same console or via Xbox Live. So it has couch co-op, which is cool. Not many games do that. Encounter a believable medieval setting that includes 20 historical locations from the lore of the Knights of the Templar, such as Cyprus, Acre, and Ibelin. Engage in fierce action-packed combat, complete with combos, killing moves, and team-based cooperative attacks. Customize your characters in a role-play-like manner, optimizing their passive and active skills or abilities. Enjoy gorgeous cinematic graphics and dramatic orchestral soundtrack that bring the 13th century to life, which it does have pretty good music too. So let's check out The First Templar. Hey guys, so today we're checking out a really cool action RPG called The First Templar. Now this game is a AA title, it's not a AAA game, so it's not polished like a Elder Scrolls game or a Witcher game. It plays similar to like how the Bound by Blood or the Two Worlds games, you know, the really kind of janky games, because this game is a little janky at times, and it doesn't have the best graphics, but they do look decent. The game is backwards compatible on the Series X and Xbox One consoles, which is great, which I'm playing on my Series X. Been playing it for 5 hours and 29 minutes, and I continued my game that I originally played in 2015. I stopped playing it, I resumed my game a little bit in 2017, and I haven't touched it since. And I figured, I'd love to really finish playing this game, as I've actually seen this game recommended in quite a few Xbox 360 videos this year, and I thought, it'd be a perfect time to go back and play it again. So I'll read you guys something from the instruction manual just to give you guys a little idea of the story. It says, The First Templar is a cooperative action-adventure game which puts you in the role of a noble Templar and his companions in their quest to find the Holy Grail. Set in the late 13th century, your journey will take you from rural European countryside to the vast deserts of the Ottoman. Uncover the mysteries behind the Templar Order, play a role in a grand conspiracy, and discover the secrets of the Holy Grail. Face powerful opponents at every turn in the face of the Saracen King Philip IV of France and the Dominican Inquisition. So, just to give you guys a little basic idea of the story, there's 3 playable characters in the game, and it is a co-op game, so you can actually play the entire game co-op. So you always have 2 of the 3 characters to play as, and the characters will change out depending on what part of the story you're at. What's really cool is this game does feature a chapter select, so you can actually go back and replay chapters if you missed any of the bonus objectives, because every chapter has bonus stuff for you to do, secrets to find, chests, collectibles, so you can always reload to old checkpoints and rebeat stuff if you missed it. And I've been playing the game on normal. There's 3 difficulties: easy, normal, and hard, and there's achievements for those. So we're currently here on, I believe that's on the 9th chapter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm currently on chapter 9. So let's check it out. There's also DLC you can get for $5, this Arena DLC, which I don't know much about, but I am looking forward to buying that at some point after I beat the main game, so I can check it out and see what it's like.
The Dibelin have managed to accomplish the impossible. Their estate was an oasis of civilization and life in the middle of the desert. I could only imagine how Marie felt, knowing she was the only survivor of the Dibelin family. They've sounded the alarm.
We'll fight our way out.
So you can see it's got, your AA kind of graphics. The character models aren't the best looking in the world, but you do get a little boost to graphics playing it on the Series X, which is great. Here in the menu teaches you the controller layout, so you know how you can sneak, because you can actually do stealth attacks on enemies and kill them, how to access your journal, how to access the main menu, counter attacks, able to revive, being able to button to use attacks, stuff like that. Options, you can adjust the difficulty. You can play this game online co-op if you want, and you can set it to anybody could join, just friends, or invite only. You can invert your look, you can adjust the brightness, subtitles, the music, all that kind of stuff. There's these Templar Chronicles that you will find as you play the game, so they're one of the collectibles in it. You have a journal that keeps track of the current mission that you're on and what your main objectives are at the top, but every one of them has bonus objectives which you can accomplish. You don't have to, but if you do, you'll earn XP and stuff. You have different outfits. There's 4 outfits for each of the 3 characters to play as, and you unlock those by finding the chests that are in the game. You can also unlock new weapons as well for them. And then you also have a skill system here where you can level up your character. So every one that has red are ones I've unlocked. If it's gray, I haven't unlocked them yet. And every time you kill enemies and you progress in the story, you earn XP, but you can then use that XP to unlock different abilities. Like I can unlock this block for 2,000 XP. Or improving parry. And you can improve your health, that kind of thing. And all 3 characters have this skill system, and they all earn XP together. Whether you kill or the computer kills, you both earn the same XP together, which is really cool. I think it has pretty decent voice acting. Now, it's not obviously the best voice acting in the world, and I heard some people complain about the game, but I think that voice acting is fine, and I do appreciate the graphics, especially since this is an old Xbox 360 title. But I think it looks good on the Series X. I just recommend adjust the brightness a little bit. I had it really bright when I played this game years ago on an old big screen TV that was kind of dark, and when I played it here on my 65-inch 4K TV, it was way too bright, so I had to lower the brightness down to get the color contrast just right, because it was too washed out otherwise. And you can switch between either character you want by just hitting the L bumper button. You can also block enemies, and then there's different attacks you can do. And there's also these ability orbs you get down below that are blue, and you can do special attacks that you unlock through your skills. So I'll show you guys some of the combat here. And you'll find a variety of different enemies as well. You can get knocked down like I did. If you see that, they always give you a little indication above their head if they're going to attack with the little attack symbol, and that's when you know to counter or parry or block. And you'll fight a variety of enemies too. They'll have different weapons, spears, shields, swords and shields. You can actually break shields by doing a super attack with X. I love that slowdown. Sometimes you'll get a little slowdown when he does like a kill cam kind of thing, which is pretty sweet. So if you sneak, holding the sneak button down, you'll see where the enemy's vision is, because some enemies you can actually sneak up onto them, snap their neck, stab them in the throat. You can kill them without alerting other enemies, but obviously it's not always available in these levels. Now this is not an open world game or anything, you know, it's one of those go from point A to B, you know, you go through the levels and go from one objective to the next. But definitely a really fun one. You guys might notice that symbol on the ground. Now that is caused by these archers. So if that thing turns red, that means that they locked onto you successfully. So I always recommend try to get the archers first if you can. They're very weak, they die real quickly, but they can become a nuisance when you're fighting enemies. So you don't want to just wildly just hit X, and you want to try to time your attacks, because you can build up that chain and you can do special moves. There's another special move I just pulled off. So you can see the combat can be, you know, a little janky and stuff, but overall it's just a really fun game. I'm really enjoying the story. There we go, we just earned another 600 XP, which is great. And throughout the levels you will find these little urns which you can then heal from, and they actually will respawn over time, so you can go back to them if you're in an area that you're able to, and you can continue to use it to heal your characters. Another thing that's really cool too is the mini-map on the top left corner will actually tell you where the chests are. You'll actually see them as a gray arrow will point to them, and then you'll see a little X there. And that's going to be where the collectibles are. So the map actually does tell you where the collectibles are. You just have to figure out how to get to them sometimes, which is pretty cool. But just wanted to give you guys a little taste of the First Templar. It's a really cool action RPG. If you love games like the Two Worlds, Bound by Blood, you know, the jankier AA kind of action RPGs, you're not getting the best of the world, you know, you're not getting the polish you would get in Elder Scrolls or a Witcher game, but you still get a very fun and enjoyable experience. Highly recommend you check out the First Templar. Alright friends, so that was our look at the First Templar. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if you guys enjoyed those kind of janky games like Spiders makes, you're definitely going to enjoy the First Templar. It's still a fairly cheap game. You can get it for like under $20. It is backwards compatible, and it's just a really fun experience. So if you like these kind of janky action RPGs, I highly recommend it. Really good one. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this one this year. Definitely one I think you guys should check out. And now our other one is a game that's new to my collection that I just picked up within the last month. really having a blast. I only got to play a little bit because I've been playing a lot of that first Templar, and that is Jurassic Park the game. This is a Telltale game, so if you guys have played the Telltale games like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, you guys know what you're getting into. You know, they're the action-adventure stories. You know, you get they're all story-based. You move the character, you do quick-time actions, and your actions will affect the story and whether certain characters die or live and what kind of ending you get. But really cool one that I've wanted to have in my collection for a long time, and I'm glad I finally got it because it is kind of hard to find. And this one sits between $30 to $60 just depending on the day, but it is backwards compatible, so I've been able to play it on my Series X, which is awesome. So it says on the back here, Return to Isla Nublar, a cinematic adventure 65 million years in the making. Security systems has failed and the creatures of the park roam free. Now a rogue corporation will stop at nothing to acquire the embryos stolen and lost by Dennis Nedry. So if you guys remember the original Jurassic Park movie, this game takes place during the events of the original Jurassic Park movie, which is really cool. Experience a brand new adventure set during the events of the first Jurassic Park movie. You get to see new areas and dinosaurs in this landmark game. Survive the mighty T-Rex and other new threats. Explore never-before-seen areas of the park and discover the fate of the stolen embryos, which is really cool to find out what happened to the can. It even has it on the back there, the Barbasol can on the back, and find out what happened to that after Dennis Nedry gets killed by those, I think they're like Dilophosaurus dinosaurs. So I thought this would be really cool to check out. I got to play a little bit, and I filmed it for this clip here that we're going to check out, but I can't wait to finish beating this. You're looking about 4 to 6 hours, just depending on how fast you play these games and whether you have to redo sections or not. But let's check out Jurassic Park the game. Hey friends, today we're checking out Jurassic Park the game. Now this is a Telltale game, so if you guys have ever played any of the other Telltale games that are out there, then you'll know what you're getting into. If you play like The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones, where they're interactive stories, where you do button prompts, which you can move the characters around, and then it's all about the story is what the game is about, and it has to do with choices, can affect the endings, and whether certain characters live or die. And this is one that I've always wanted to play, and I recently picked it up this year, and I'm really looking forward to checking it out. It is also backwards compatible on Xbox One and Series X, so I'm playing it here on my Series X. It's really cool. And just like other Telltale games, it's broke up in different episodes. So you have a few little basic options. You can adjust gameplay. I always like the subtitles on. You can adjust the graphic brightness if you want to. Just leave it there. And like the other ones, it's broke up into different episodes. So let's check it out. like that the first episodes in these Telltale games are always little tutorials that'll teach you how to play the game. But you guys saw that you can mess up at times if you don't hit the button at the right time or hit the wrong button. You know, it can have consequences. So sometimes it can lead to your character's death and having to redo stuff.
Yeah, it's a great view, but where are the dinosaurs?
There should be Triceratops out there. Sometimes they're kind of hard to spot.
Oh yeah?
Where'd you get those?
These?
Yeah, those.
That guy gave them to me, your boss, John Hammer or whatever. He likes me.
That was generous of him.
Yeah. I see jungle and stuff, but no dinos.
Just look around. You'll find them.
Hey, there's a zoom thing. Hey, there's a dinosaur shaking that tree. Ah, forget it. Just some birds. I see a... Oh, never mind. It's a rock. I see a rock. Can we go down there and see the dinos up close?
When I worked in San Diego, did I let you into the tiger enclosure?
That was totally different. Besides, I was only like 7.
Right. And you scared the daylights out of me.
What's that little bunker building?
Just a maintenance shed.
For dinosaurs that need repairs?
Yeah, sure. We like to keep them tuned up, you know.
What's that yellow flower? It's kind of like Mom's Bird of Paradise, only, healthy.
Sounds like heliconia. We imported them from the mainland to brighten up the place.
There's a bunch of, dinosaur footprints around that plant.
Our Triceratops are big fans of banana leaf. They're probably nearby.
How can we offend some of the nice dinosaurs?
It's safer for them, and safer for us. Herbivores can be dangerous too.
Wouldn't it be, educational if I stuck around here another day or 2?
You know, I think your mom might miss you a bit.
Are you kidding me? She'd be, totally happy.
Oh, come on. No, she wouldn't.
Yeah, she would. Wait, I definitely see one. Oh, he just ran away.
Actually, it's a she. They're all female. So, which way did she go?
Footprints go in the stream.
Sure. The Triceratops went in for a dip. She must have come out somewhere.
There's footprints coming out of the stream.
You're on the right track.
There's a car down there.
Must be Hammond's visitors. He's got some hotshot paleontologists here to see the park.
I bet they get to see some dinos up close. You guys have more flowers here than dinosaurs.
Yeah, but they're good-looking flowers, right?
Okay, I see her. Wait, there's a bunch of them. Oh, awesome. They're fighting. I totally wanted to see this.
Well, actually, it's more of a dominance display than a fight. You remember how patchy was when your mom got that new puppy? Lady Margaret's like that with the younger Triceratops.
Seriously? Lady Margaret?
Yep, that's what we call the alpha. See those horns? They're more than 3 feet long.
But you're fighting T-Rex, right? When do we get to see that?
That's not gonna happen. I'm busy enough without holding gladiator fights. Which reminds me, remember I said I've got a sick Triceratops to check on? I should get going. I'll drop you at the guest house.
Really? Already?
I'll give you some time to pack your stuff. The boat leaves tonight, remember?
I don't have any stuff. I practically just got here.
Well, at least you got to see Triceratops fight.
Actually, it was more like a dominance display.
Smart ass. Come on, let's go. Let's hope for clear skies tonight. No fun on that boat when the waves are rough.
just wanted to give you guys a little look at the game. I'm really excited to finally be able to play this. Can't wait to see how the whole story plays out, because I wanted to play this for years, so I'm really looking forward to it. Definitely think you guys should check out Jurassic Park the game, the Telltale one. Right, friends, so that was our look at Jurassic Park the game, a really cool game in the Telltale series. I'm planning to have this beat by next week, and there's a couple more Telltale games I want to get for the Xbox 360 that I'd like to get installed, and I want to check them out and play them, because I do enjoy these games. They're really fun. I do want to play through The Walking Dead again, because I only ever played the first season. So the very first one, and I know there's extra ones there. I've got a collection on my 360 that has a whole bunch of them, and I like to go through those eventually, but I had a lot of fun with this. So do our quick little recap. You know, I talked about the first Templar. It's a janky little third-person action RPG, but it's really fun. You can play it co-op, it's backwards compatible, and it's a fairly inexpensive game, anywhere from like, you're looking at $8 to $20 just depending on your area and online. And I do not hear a whole lot of people talk about it. So if you like janky action RPGs like Greedfall and Bound by Flame, those kind of games, you'll feel right at home with this. Definitely think you should check it out. And of course, if you love Telltale games, you like Jurassic Park, I highly recommend this one. Just beware, it is kind of pricey, you know, that $30 to $50 mark, but it is backwards compatible as well. Had a lot of fun with it, and I can't wait to beat it here this week coming up. So let me know your guys' thoughts if you played either of those titles. Love to hear about the games you guys are currently playing, and if you have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy, especially Xbox 360, let me know, as I'm always looking for new ones to play and experience. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a wonderful day, and sleep. We'll see you guys next time.